Hi, this is Mike. I hope you can hear me, but I cannot hear you, but I can see you. Some of you are not even dressed. My name is Mike. I call myself Mike because I'm a speaker, so Mike seems to be appropriate. I'm from MIT. Many of you know that's called Made in Taiwan. I'm probably the best graphic teacher probably in my family. I really enjoy what I do. I help people. I save their life. I make them excited. I tell them they're going to die, so why worry so much? So what I'm going to do in short 45 minutes, I'm going to show you what can be done. First, I'd like to talk about the attitude. Many of you cannot draw because you have a very bad attitude. First, you worry about GPA. The second is you're afraid to make mistake. All right? Mistake. Thirdly, you expect to be perfect, and also you like to compare, and also compete, and then you don't like to be criticized, because your teacher say, "Oh, your drawing looks like shit," and you like to key their car at night. Fifthly, you are not being taught properly on the scale. A lot of time, your instructor will say, "Well, your drawing looks so bad. You got to watch your line weight." Then you go home and watch for a long time. You don't get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a lot of tricks in this short time. First, you should know we as a designer, we are designer, and we are not artists. And the difference is the drawing we do is a process. And the artist's drawing is a product. So that's the difference. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is if I do a drawing, I'm a designer, I draw trees, and then, client say, "What the heck is this?" I say, "Well, that's a tree." So spell it out. Then the client might say, "What kind of tree is that?" And you say, "Well, can I see pin oak tree?" I just say pin oak. Okay? And if they say, "Well, can you show me a red oak?" I just put it in and spell red. So being a designer, we have this liberty to do whatever we want using the quickest way to draw. But artists, you cannot do that, because you have to be selling the product. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are a designer, you don't need to draw very well. You just draw very quickly and get over with. Yeah. I always have 2 to 3 excuses, when I draw not very good. Number one, I always say, I am a designer, yeah? So that makes me feel that, I don't need to draw very well. Number two is, I always say, I'm not done yet. Number three is, I always time my sketch. So if I say 3 seconds, that's a pretty good drawing, And some people love my drawing, say, "Oh, how come your drawing looks so bad?" I say, "Well, can I see yours?" I used to be very tight, just like anybody else. Expect perfect, want to get a good GPA, and worry about failing, and don't like to be criticized. And then one day, it was on Tuesday, I said, "Hey, I don't want to run my life like this miserable experience. I want to have fun." So ever since that day, I'm excited. I take my class all the time. I have a very positive attitude. If I screw up, I'm a designer. Who cares? I'm not done yet. And ever since, I'm becoming the best graphic drawer in my family. I draw better than my wife. My wife draw tree like this. Go like this. Then I say, "Honey, that looks very bad." All you have to do is just put a McDonald on the top, put a Wendy on the bottom, and put a 45 strokes, couple tree. That's a very damn good tree. If it doesn't look like a good tree, just spell tree. So what I'm going to do is to tell you guys how easy those tricks are. And one thing before I start the trick, I want to tell everybody. Many of you guys feel to be able to draw, you must have something in your blood, And if you don't have it, you don't have it. I spent my whole lifetime, perfect this. I finally realized to be very able to draw very well, you need 3 things. Number one is you got to draw hard, work hard. Okay? So everybody knows that. Yeah, you work so hard, you still don't draw very well. Well, number two, you got to learn tricks, tips. or tricks, which many people fail in here. Because they say, wow, your drawing doesn't look good, you need to watch your line weight, your color didn't, you need a little punch, so you had to go to Kmart, Walmart to buy a glove to punch it. That's not right. So I'm going to teach you a few tricks to share with you. Number 3, after you know the trick, you're going to work very hard. All you have to do is to copy other people's drawing. That's why you buy books, you go to seminars, you copy other people's drawing. And once you know these 3 process, then anybody can draw. I used to work very hard without knowing the tricks. So after being teaching this class, now all the tricks, I still copy other people's work. Why not? I'm a designer, and I'm not worried too much. All right. And also, I like to tell people, I said, to be confident in your life, in anything, you must have a little sense of success. Yeah. If you success, you got to find an improvement to feel success, right? Improvement must be coming from mistake. Mistake must be coming from drawing. So you must draw to make mistake, and somebody criticize your work. Yeah? So, oh, that's not good, you got to do this and that. Then you do another drawing, you're going to find out your post drawing will be better than pre-test drawing. And then that's feel a little success, confidence. Then you want to do more, right? Many people stop here. You don't even want to draw to make mistake. After here, somebody criticizes your work, and you feel so very bad, and then you don't have a chance to improve your work. So here, after today, hopefully we may do more webinar in the future. But I encourage people to say, hey, you are the designer, go for it, make a mistake, because that's just a sheet of paper you screw up, not your life. And if you screw up this sheet, there's another sheet behind waiting for you. So be happy, And many of you don't realize someday we all eventually going to die. You know that, don't you? Some people don't know that. So what's the difference? If you learn more, the more you learn, the better you become. All right? So now we are going to talk about the tricks. I just summarized. I have a lot of tricks. As a matter of fact, if you ever come to my workshop, I very carefully go into 55 very extensive tricks. But here, I'm going to just summarize a few, at least to get you, excited and get you hungry. First, I'm going to talk about is called line. When we sketch, anytime you sketch, we must draw line called fuzzy line. Fuzzy line means that the line is not very solid, okay? So what you do is, if I draw a building like this, interior space or exterior space, when I shade it in, so this line and this line will disappear. Just like if I draw a finger, let's close this up a little bit. Okay, I'm looking for the mouth. Yeah, so if I draw a finger like this, like this, and then you shade it in, so eventually, when you're done, this line sort of disappear as part of the fingers. But some people draw very, very solid, very dark, meaning you have a line on your finger. That's why, you never draw lines very solid. So you want to draw called fuzzy line. Fuzzy line means very soft, not pressed very hard. So if I draw a cube, I use a fuzzy line to draw. Then when I shade, then this line becoming part of my cube. So that's the way you do. And there are 2 kinds of fuzzy line. One is constant. One is variable. So constant is for the dead object. Variable is for the alive object, like tree, trunk, like this. And all you do is just shake around a little bit. That's called variable. That's called constant. Okay? Hit, go, hit. Some people say, why a drawing? Some people draw like this. Hit, go, and hit. Why we draw like this? Well, it's because we are designer. We have no idea what we're doing, but we are licensed. So that's why say ready. Oh, I'm thinking. Hold on. Ready. Go. Oh, I got it. Let's go. Hit. Go. Hit. So every time when you draw, if you draw hit. Go. Hit like this, people are gonna admire and say, "Wow, you're doing so good because you had that hit. Go. Hit." Then overlap corners. Every time when you draw anything, always want to overlap the corner. Why? because there are three corners normally I see people draw, This is normally done by us, the designer. This is done by Thai people, so perfect, never have time to eat lunch. And then this is normally not touching. That's normally done by idiot. Yeah. So what I really suggest is, because the overlap, it makes you draw so much faster like this. Okay. So always overlap, but don't overlap too much, and then you can also play the game. So don't do that. So professional dots, when your speed is very fast, like this, I always put a dot, yeah, because I don't have a choice. When I'm very slow, you don't. But when I sign my name, I always put a dot. Draw trees, always put a dot. If you're not very good, you add, but don't put a dot on this side. It doesn't make sense. Always on the end of the line, and put a dot. Okay, and this has got to be 1/4 inch. I'm just kidding. It could be any distance. Then professional gap, like this. Leave the gap. Why? Because that shiny, it sparks, and also make the line more fuzzy a little. So a lot of time, when I draw the building like this. I overlap the corners, and I put professional dots, and this is how you draw very nice buildings. All right. Mechanical and freehand. Mechanical meaning that you use a straight edge. So never ever try to draw with the freehand. This is so much faster. See, go bing, bing, done, done. See, very very fast. And go like this and charge it. You won't show on your statement. Very very fast. Okay. So now the time people, wow, freehand is quicker. No, it is not. Mechanical, it is much faster. And positive negative space. When I draw trees, I never draw the inside. I just draw McDonald's outside like this, and draw a trunk like this, right? And don't draw inside, because that's a positive and negative space. If you draw the inside, and pretty soon you don't have time to go to see a movie, and your life is not very enjoyable, and still create more problems. So always draw like people. I draw like this, and like this. That's how I draw people. And if I'm not doing very well, I'm just telling myself, I'm a designer. I'm not done yet. No big deal. Yeah. And then outline. Whenever I draw, always remember outline got to be darker. Normally we use the black like this. Like this. Anytime when you draw a marker or whatever, and then a tone line, you are talking about, tone line is inside, then you can do using like this, and as long as they are lighter, like this, and you notice it's really fun to just watch me draw like this, yeah? So a lot of times people say, wow, how come you're so good? Well, because I know the tricks. I outline darker with black, and the tone line inside here, I use a lighter color and don't press too hard. Then you'll be fine, all right? The other thing is called over the edge. Over the edge meaning, a line, you just go and over the edge. Sometimes people say, wow, how come your drawing looks so loose? Because I over the edge. And the tricks about over the edge meaning what? The line, the color got to be lighter. 0 to 10, you might want to use only 1 or 2. So I can use this, and this, right? So I can go like this, and let's go over the edge. See? So much. A lot of time, people draw this. Oh my God, I cannot draw. I'm just too nervous, and I think your attitude is just not very good. Every time I draw, I always say, hey, I touch the paper, say, I'm coming. Shut up, and let me enjoy my life on your paper. So you should have a good attitude, and the trick you must know. The next one is professional line. Let's say if I interior people, let's say I draw a wallpaper, then or the grass or whatever, and you do like this, and you don't want to just stop like this, looks like dead, grass or wallpaper right now, or yes. Can you hear me okay? All right. So the professional line means you just draw a line before this, or even two. That means it looks like continue and finish the drawing. So that's called professional line. Very, very important. Unless there's a line here to stop. Let's say this is a wall, and here it stops, where it's like this. Then you can go ahead and just continue and draw, and fill this out. That's fine. But here, that's your problem. You draw like this, but you don't want to stop like this. You want to draw another line. That's called professional line, kind of stop to the white space. And another time I suggest when you do the tone line, we're not talking about a tone line, This is outline, and this is tone line. A lot of time, how do you do the tone line? Normally what I do is, let's say this is the building, the trees, very quick, with professional dots and professional gap. So how do I tone line with a pencil or whatever? I use the 45 degree. Why? Because 45 is quicker. Go like this. Everything 45. If you don't want to use 45 since I took the 45, you can do 46. Nobody took the 46 yet. And that's how you draw. Don't draw any other degree. It's faster, all right? And you got to also make sure gradual value change. Dark to light. Always light to dark, all right? And you make sure you outline with black. So that means when I do pencil, make sure this line is darker than here. A little bit slightly darker, And you can keep changing, Even if the building doesn't look like a building, you can always point it in and say, this is a building. Because we're designers, remember? Sometimes, people love it, your drawing, make you feel uncomfortable. Just tell those people, go to hell, fuck off, The next one is, I want to talk about composition. Always start drawing very small. One of your problems is you draw buildings too big. Your sketch is too big, like 3 by 3 feet or 2 by 3 or what. The easiest one is like this. See, this is a very nice drawing. Courtyard, backyard, fountain, and so forth. And frame it. See, nice. See, this is big, beautiful building. Sketch, small. So the smaller, the easier to apprehend. So start small drawing. Don't touch the edge. When you draw, never draw like this, go, this drawing is very good already, and then you start, and then you touch the edge, don't ever touch those edges. If you do, make sure you frame it. You go like this, and make sure you frame it. So even though you touch the edge, but you never touch the frame. A lot of time, your sketch, it's your sketchbook. Many students went to Europe, come back, and sketchbook is so bad because it's touching everywhere. Normally, I suggest you to draw a line, and this line called "Don't Touch Me Beyond." So you draw like this. And you wonder, wow, how come I'm suddenly becoming so good? Because you have this wide space around, So now you can go back to your sketchbook. You're going to say, Mike, you really make sense, Everything you said really does affect how I'm going to draw the next day. And zigzag, a lot of time, people don't want to go to a flat area. So landscape architect cut the lake, build a berm, put the trees, shrub, and becoming interesting. That's called zigzag. Drawing is the same, This is the building, looks very bad. Put a tree in front. That's called zigzag. So every time when you draw, you always remember the zigzag. Anytime when you draw a building like this, or interior or whatever exterior, you make sure you shade one side darker than the other side, where the sun coming this way. Some people might say, well, if the sun on this side, should I shade this side? I say, no, you want to shade this side so it'll be quicker, So you just don't ever do this side, Shade the smaller area darker. And then if I have a tree on here, that's called mass and void. This is mass, that's void, so in other words, the value got to be different. So if I want to propose a building in the wood, I want the building to be lighter so I can find a home at night. Also, one other thing is the foreground, middle ground, background. A lot of time people draw like this, right? And with a mountain, with a tree, and you're done. Wow, that's too bad. That's called middle ground, that's called background. But there's no foreground. Foreground means you have to introduce a tree, a boulders, a rock, a stone. That's called foreground. So you must have roughly 20% of the foreground, 40% or 60% of the middle ground and 20 to 30% of the background. Then your sketch will be very nice, because that's how we see everyday's life, and you don't always forget the foreground. All right. Then focal point. A lot of time, you sketch, and then you say, oh, my client asked me to do coloring, so you always want to start from the center. Like here, for instance, you go like this, go like this, and just a bit quicker. Just start from the center here, and don't draw anything outside. So when the client arrives, you're always done. All right. Don't start from this corner and this corner and this corner, and you're committed for the whole drawing. So this is called focal point. And it's always darker because that's where your eye focus. Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is the color. Many people say, well, color is very difficult. To me, it's not. I'm going to show you. This is yellow. This is red. Steve, can you hear me okay? Steve, are you sitting? Okay, good. So in other words, this is called primary color, all right? So everybody knows that. And then I'm going to make this mix this. It's called green, and this is mix this. It's called orange. And this is mix this one. It's called purple. So what you do is you now have 6 colors. Then all you have to remember is this complement each other. So red complement green like Christmas, this is sunset, like blue sky with orange sun, and this is Easter, yellow and purple. So knowing this, now we know. That's why a lot of people don't realize why when God created us, the skin is orange, because 80%, 70% of universe, ocean and sky are all blue. So we look the best with the orange skin. Now you know, all right? And the surgeon in the hospital always wear green, dark green uniform because it's working on your blood. Make sense? That's why, at Christmas time, everybody gets excited because of these 2 colors. So tricks about the coloring. Number 1 is called you must color lighter. Lighter, you never screw up. Yeah? There's a color in a marker that you will never screw up. Let me show you. They say here is a cube, bird's eye or whatever, whatever. Yeah. Then this is the color I'm going to do, and I will never screw up. Why? Because that's called colorless blender. There's no color. How can you screw up this drawing so bad? But if the color is very dark, then you can screw up. Yeah. So always remember the trick of coloring is color light. And you got to include all 6 colors. You can never miss any of the 6 because that's what a sun rainbow is. Many people always use this 2 or this 2, but always forgot to pick the yellow or include the lilac, the purple. So once you touch the purple, your friend is going to say, wow, you're so talented, you're so artistic, because this is the color we never use. You got to start using those colors, all right? And color got to be repeat, like if I do a drawing, again, this is a building. You simply don't just draw a red brick and then green trees and blue sky. That looks very bad. That's called color by number. You got to start what? Mixing the color like this, right? Like this. And sometimes you have no idea what you're doing. Then you are doing right? So you just keep on going like this. Then people are going to begin to say, wow, you're so artistic. You say, oh, thank you. Yeah. Then all you have to do is what? Make sure you outline with black. Once you outline, and everything seems to work together. Yeah. So like this, like this. See? That looks pretty good. And if they don't like it, hey, that's their problem. It's not yours. Yeah. And then the last thing is earthy tone. You got to do everything earthy tone. And the color glow means color, glow. So that's something I cannot explain too detailed. I'm going to keep on going. So I'm going to start using all the tricks to show you how I draw. All right. First, I'm going to use pencil. So here's the pencil. I first outline with a straight edge if I want to. And trees. So I always outline first. Yeah. And all I do is what? Then I shade 45 degrees. And remember, what I forgot to tell you, when you do 45, never do like this. You only do down, 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 right? So when I'm doing so fast, you cannot see up and down, you know? I only draw like this and glide a little bit, right? So I go like this. And one more time. One more time. One time. It is so fun to watch myself drawing and getting paid too, so that's fun. So why in the hell you guys worry about not drawing well? Just go for it, see? Whew, so nice. I even like my drawing, yeah. So like this, and the sky, you know, like this. And it's done. That's called pencil technique. The next one is called pen and ink. What you do is you use a pen and ink. Sometimes people say, outline got to be darker, tone line got to be lighter. How do you use different weight with the same pen? Well, it's simple. You outline very slowly, like that. And then you tone line very fast, like this. Ooh, see? And then this value is a little bit lighter. So it's the same, you know? But once you know the tricks, it doesn't really matter what you pick, you know? Very, very quick, see? I can go over one more time, one more time, one more time. The time I fail is when the client arrives, then you are done. Until then, you just keep on running the drawing, and you'll be fine, all right? So that's pen and ink. Color pencil. I hope this is not too fast for you. So color pencil, I normally use red pencil and outline the same building, and many of you know this is not a very big building, very small, because we don't have a lot of time. And then first I use all 6 colors, get ready, yeah, like this. And then I start using yellow, and I piss everywhere. A lot of people never use the yellow, why not? And then purple next. Carefully put anywhere you want, yeah? Have fun. I even blindfold sometimes, I don't have to look, see? Oh, well, I'm not touching the paper. And you just keep blue to the tree, to the building, to the grass, and to the sky. A lot of times people say, how come you don't repeat the sky? Because I did that before, and it looks like it's going to rain, so I decided to have a sunny day. Yeah. And the brick, then I start darken a little bit. You know, so this will be a red brick, more darker. And then the tree will be more olive green. And don't be afraid. I think ever since I have a great attitude, everything changed. Yeah. So you must first make sure you have a good attitude. You know, remember, you're going to die. So why want to be so perfect? Besides, there's nothing perfect, right? So I spend some time helping people to adjust their attitude first. Then everything will be fine. Blue, where should I apply blue? Anywhere you want. Until my eye coach my hand to draw. I think some of you guys, problem is you got good eyes, but you got terrible hand. So my trick is going to guide you to go through that. And then now last one is the black. See, this black will focus the drawing and make everything becoming more earthy tone. So you go like this. I can also use credit card and try to outline if I wanted to, see? Just a little bit better. And this is not registered here, I just modify a little bit. Hey, I'm a designer, so I can do whatever I want. And McDonald's, Wendy's, 37 trees, yeah? I hope you're still around. Kind of funny to be all by myself in my study room and nobody else around. So this is how you draw. I know. So this is the color pencil. Then, you know, if I want to be more excited, I piss more on the top of the trees, on the grass. And this is called color glow. Color glow means any color on the white background. That's called color glow. So you keep on I used to be, as I said, not an artist. I worry about the color. And until Tuesday, then I decided, heck, this is just a sheet of paper, and I'm going to ruin it. And the more I ruin, the better I become. So you should try that, you know. Because that's just a sheet of paper, see? The next one says, I'm waiting for you to ruin me. You know, and go like this. And sometimes I try to smash it a little bit, yeah? Don't be afraid. Smash it, yeah? Oh. Yeah. You normally have to have at least a pad, so the pencil will land on the soft pad. You know, you don't want to draw single sheets, then the pencil will be very grainy. Yeah. So, Steve, you just interrupt, so I now forgot my next joke. I'm just kidding. So and then when the client arrives, you can pretend, you know, you're so good. You just grab all the pencils. Say, hey, John, sit down. Let me, almost done. And all you're doing is what? You're actually touching, but don't touch very, very hard. Then you'll be fine, you know. But don't lose white space. If you lost the white space, you can go back and say, can you return? And then you can just still retrieve that white space, okay? So that's color pencil. Marker is very easy. All you do is you outline. You can outline first or you can outline last, you know, and like this. And the trees, professional gap, professional dot. Most of your problem is you don't remember so many tricks. And since I take this class all the time, so I always remember it. So you just practice more, all right? Then all you do is, building I normally use 2 different colors, you know, and first the sky, you know, you just go like this. A lot of detail that in a webinar you can just get excited, you know. You almost got to be really sitting with me and I can teach you how. But at least I'll get you excited. And then suddenly, you know, I might throw in a little sunset, you know, rainbows or sunrise colors. And then the building will be using called Bob. And this, and suntan on the side. See? And you notice here I didn't really register to the line. Oh, who cares? You know, I'm a designer. Remember, I'm not done yet, and I can also fix it. Anything can be fixed. Yeah, even your marriage. You know. So, and tree will be grass green or willow green. You know, like this, like this. Like this, you know, and then you put a little bit darker color and then a color darker. And marker, you don't repeat colors, you know, you just use a different color. Yeah. And then you can now, using the color pencil to spice a little bit, you know, you can still piece the marker on yellow using this color pencil. So that's a very basic kind of idea of marker and color pencil and pen and ink and pencil. So let's get you using all the tricks I just explained. Get some idea? And too bad I cannot hear you, otherwise that will be fun. What next I'd like to do is I'd like to show you how to draw people. People always remember you gotta have a line called eye line, and eye line means you are here drawing like this. You're drawing, and that's your eye. See, that's your eye. That's called eye line. So when you see everybody on the other side, their head is always on the same line. So here's one, here's one, here's one, and here's one. So they're all in a perspective, you know. Don't ever draw like this. And then it's, oh, what happened to this guy? You know, you too much or not enough? Or you can put it at kids, it's fine. So this is how you draw people, always. And then another time you can trace people from books, you know. So if I want to draw a building like this, go like this, and you say, oh, everybody come here and try to get into the building, for instance, you know. And then you have a trees, yeah. And then if you don't have a lot of time to do the landscape here, you just put a couple come to visit, yeah, this couple, and then you hide half of the drawing, so because their eye is still on the same line, okay. what I like to do is, I draw people is very simple. It's always draw a small head and shoulder like a hanger, and draw the hand down and go 2 legs, one short, one big, and that's good enough. And then you give them a 45-degree shirt and a pin, and that's good. All right. Tree. How to draw a tree? Use there's only 4 ways I draw a tree. Number 1, the lobe is called lobe. Yeah. Number 2 is called pointed. Number 3 is called concave. Number 4 is called convex. That's only 4 I know how to draw. So when I draw a tree, I draw a lobe like this. See? And only draw, this will be a word, and 3, and Wendy's. So McDonald's is always on top of the Wendy. Yeah. And go like this, and small trunk like this. See? That's a very nice tree. Yeah. Right. And and then also you always try to put a couple dots. That's called professional leaves. Yeah. That's gonna make the tree looks more alive. Yeah. Then if you want, you can also do 45, or if easier on the marker, you just grab this and just go like this. And make sure you start with the lighter one. I picked the darker one, which is fine, for this time. And then if you want to draw Christmas tree is coming, Christmas, and draw pointed. So just like this, And you say, when do you stop? You say, well, it depends how much you water them, yeah? And don't draw anything inside, yeah? Okay, that's a very nice pointed. And the one other is called concave. So you just keep on concaving like this. And if you're not very good, go slower. And go outside and then say, can I join you? That will very quickly get you a zigzag, Otherwise, you keep on going, and then becoming straight. You go outside and say, oh, I'd like to join you, have a cup of coffee, and pretty soon you will begin to create a very nice zigzag drawing, tree, for instance, all right? So this is concave. Convex is like this, reverse, convex, and it's becoming hanging plane like this, okay? Very, very simple. So remember, low, point, concave, convex. That's all you have to remember. Yeah. Don't go outside and spend 2 hours to draw a tree. Just spell a tree and you're done. And go to see a movie. Yeah. Remember, you never know when you're going to die. So enjoy today and draw fast. Yeah. Don't draw too slow. One thing I don't want to forget is to show you pastel. Pastel is very easy. Pastel, number 1 is you can do the pastel sky. I saw one of my participants when I was in New Zealand, and this guy showed me this, and really nice, You just go with the blue, yeah. And all you do is do like that, and use eraser, and all you do is just erase, yeah. So this guy in New Zealand, I really appreciate, So I think we should all remember, we need to help each other, Don't hide what you know, because you're gonna die. There's nothing. It's not gonna do no use to you. Yeah, you have to share what you know with others. Then if I want to sharpen this, I use this, and then I can create a very sharp edge, which I don't have to do that. So that's how you create a cloud, But the other way you can do that is called what? Like this, using the corner to draw. Don't use the whole edge like this. You go like this. This. Just one stroke, you can see a very nice, image of what you do. So if I go to the CD, I can actually go like this, go like this, go like this, go like this, this. So it's kind of fun to watch me, and there are many stories, yeah. And then thousands of trees, many trees on a very nice berm with lake, with a sailboat. Yeah? Yeah? And let's see, you probably know this, this is kind of fun to see me draw. So basically, I'm trying very quickly to finish this drawing in less than a minute. Yeah? Done. Yeah? So this is called a very quick way to capture your ideas. After all, we are designers. We must, very quickly tell client that our ideas, and then, computer is too fast, too slow. Yeah. So that's about this, and let's see, what else? The last thing I want to show you the perspective. There are so many ways to do perspective, and especially when you're looking like this. Here's a sheet of glass. You are drawing with a hand, and then you just like this. You're drawing like this, yeah. And that's why, if there's a person standing here on the glass, another person standing on the other side of the glass, you project here, project here. That's why this guy is here. That's why when you draw like this, now you're drawing in front like this, yeah. And then this guy is here, like this, and this guy is here. He's a little bit further away, see, like this. And this is another guy, very, very far away. And this is the roach. Yeah, the head is on the same line. So there are several ways to do buildings or space. Last night, what I did is I spent a little time and tried to figure out how to draw the interior space like this, all right? And what you do, you draw a line within a sheet of paper. So in other words, before the client asks you to draw, you just say, hey, can you shut up? Let me show you. So you draw a line like this. So this is your, let's say, living room space. And it's going to be 20 feet. It's already sized to the paper. The client said, can you make it 30 feet? You say, oh, when we change your order, you say 30, or 20, or 10. But once you decide 20, you scale down to 5. So that's 5 feet, 10, 15, 20. That's eye line. And that's vanishing point. And then that's the middle point, always 20 feet. So 20 by 20, and you draw the grid like this. Right? Like this, this. And wall, that's 5 feet, because that's a person. And another person standing on top of this guy, that's 10 feet. So that's 10, go like this. And that's a room, very quickly. And then you can have a bed, entertainment centers, chest, and you just raise up, with the cranker, you go raise up. So you raise like 1 feet, like this, with a pillow, with this. So very quickly, you can create anything you want, yeah? Entertainment center over here, yeah, go like this. And these are the sculptures. And also you have something in the room, and always remember this is called what? Whatever, zigzag. See? Every home you go to see always have this, yeah, so that creates zigzag. And then after it's all done, and you take this off. Speaking about the eye line, I want to show you here if I think. Yeah, this is the iPad Air. I don't know whether you know it or not. This is the new iPad Air. You can actually mark with the Sharpie. So this is the eye line, and you go like this, right? And then if I want to draw people, I simply draw like this, yes or no? Yeah? Like this. Now this guy is swimming, yeah, so there's the water here, yeah? So you go like this, go like this. Now everybody understand? Then, the cameraman actually standing right here, see? Watching these people. So next time when you draw, always remember that, like this. Obviously, some people feel sorry, then for me, oh, how come my iPad cannot do that? Well, all you do, you can erase it. All you do is just go like this. Then still the new iPad, okay? Just a little joke for you. So that's a one-point perspective, step by step, and hopefully someday I would like you I'm going to put this on my website. And many of you probably haven't been to Bedoos.com. You should join that. Then, you got a lot of these tricks that I'm going to be posting for you. In the building. Yes. Okay. I think Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty available. Sure. Okay. Let's see. Now I cannot use a Sharpie because of the screen. Yeah, this is my website. Many of you should know about this one. Let's zoom in a little bit. Now we so far has over 4,000 or 5,000 people now, and it's free to join. And one thing I like you to look at is I have a lot of tricks. It's inside. Let me see. Yeah, all these are tricks. See, when you have time, go over this. A lot of tricks. You know, I need to adjust the balance. We don't have time to adjust. Yeah, like design approaches and all those kind of stuff. Good stuff. So you know, that's one thing you should join. And someday I hope you will participate in one of my 2-day or the 9-day workshop, the one coming up in January. You should come. Yeah. But webinar is fun, you know. This is the first time I ever done it, and I would like to try more. Yeah. The January the 6th to the 14th is going to be in Las Vegas hotel. One of the hotel there is on my front homepage. You can check around. It is a very small price to pay, and you're going to learn so much that your whole life will be changed after that. You know, we start from 8:30 to midnight every single day. So you're almost like being there for 1 month, you know. A lot of people say they learn more in 9 days than the entire 3 years in school, and which I can guarantee that because I personalize many of the graphic tricks that most of the people just say, oh, you gotta watch your language. You know, we're gonna master all these tricks during the workshop. Yeah. And one other thing I want to share with you someday, if you have a chance to get into the perspective chart. This is developed by my friends Dick Shineri. Don't say his name too fast. You know, you'll be dictionary. You know. This is so fast, you know, you just draw the right side, left side, and you say count 20 feet by 20 feet by 10 foot. See, how long will it take you to draw this space so fast, yeah? Then you can have a bed, nightstand, chest of drawers, entertainment center. Very, very quick. Computer, you don't even find the AutoCAD or SketchUp icon yet. We already done. So this is a very, very good to use the chart. Or the building, see? This is 50 feet by 50 feet by 50 feet. So it's done. Sidewalk, people standing here, see? And if you want to say, sir, can you come over on this side? Sure. Then I just lengthen in the leg, see? Now he is on this side of the sidewalk. You just have to wear some pants, yeah? So it's a lot of fun, you know, and then we can design, we can cut, we can paste, you know, we can do a lot of stuff. So what I'm trying to say to everybody is, this webinar purpose is I want you to know anything is possible, and if you have a good attitude with the tricks and copy other people's work, you'll be great. I think that's about all I really want to talk about, you know. I'm doing okay, I hope. Yeah. Yes. Not a program can do that, and now we are talking about hybrid graphics, meaning you will use the AutoCAD, you especially use the SketchUp, then you mark the building quickly, then you can overlay and use those tricks I just taught you, then you can freehand the whole sketch instead of setting up the perspective from the start. So that's called, now we call hybrid graphics. That will be the future of the graphics, you know. And hand graphics is losing art. Everybody kind of get away, don't want to touch it because they thought this requires some talent, which is a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe it. When I was in school, my teacher told me that I couldn't make it. I wish he's still alive so I can send him an email. I, I, I have the determination to succeed. I enjoy. I like to share. Another thing I want to tell you guys, I love to tell people my trick, and because I do that, a lot of people tell me. So we all gain from each other. Don't close your door. Be open-minded. And graphic just a sheet of paper. It's just a page of your life, and don't worry. The more you worry, the less you can improve. So yes, to answer that, yes, you can use a computer generate ideas, and then you can go from there. My son Brian Lin eventually going to take over this workshop. He's going to be the one that's going to be in charge of hybrid graphics. So the workshop, my workshop, is already 30, 40 years, and probably the most popular and acclaimed workshop in the world now. We will continue to help people because I cannot afford to not to continue doing when this is so simple for people. Yes. Like a marker, the color, let's say this is the color, right? But with the blender, I go first, and the color is much lighter, a little bit lighter here. So let's say a tree, for instance. Some people say, I want to draw a tree with a space white. So when you're done like this, that tree looks kind of somebody sprayed a disease, like a Roundup on the top. But using the blender first, always use the blender first. Like this. And then you use this next. Then use the blender one more time. Then pretty soon, you're not going to see the hard edge. Yeah. And then you do this one more time. So if you go to my website or YouTube, you're going to see me do a tree, how to render a tree with markers. Then you will appreciate. I got a lot of stuff on my website. So please, spend some time and enjoy it. See, after it's dry, then you're going to see no hard edge like this because of the blender. Yes, that's for sure. And I endorse the Charpeg marker, not because I have a stock with the Charpeg. No, I felt this is, number one, smells so good. No. I think it blends very nicely and very juicy. Also, if you kept it very tight, it will last about 20 years. And no other marker can do that. Okay? Any other questions? Well, normally you use a white pencil, which I very seldom use. White pencil can highlight it, can create, let's say this is white. Can you see this is white? I'm a lawyer. That's white. And let's say if the building is like this, and then you accidentally, draw like this, and then you screw up here. To me, that's called over edge. But to some people who don't like it, then you can use a white pencil and just, there are many ways to do it. You can even cut a white sheet of paper and paste it on top of it. Anything can be fixed on graphics. Oh, yeah. Those are the, there's a battery operated, and you just go and erase to create white. Yeah, for white. And, you can, electric one is better. This one you have to buy a battery every couple of days, and then when you're at home, invest the best material, Don't buy cheap stuff. Buy the best, and you only need to buy one, Don't buy the second best, the third best, you have to buy 3 times. Hope someday you will come to my workshop. I teach you my whole life experience. I made a lot of mistakes that you shouldn't repeat. But I have a very happy life. My first wife normally should be here, but she's not here today. She's still my current wife, and she told me she will be my last. Our marriage, the way we've been married over 40 years, because I always, never argue with her, she's always wins, so why bother, I think the easiest way to keep the marriage alive is men don't argue, just do whatever women says. I think that'll be fun, easier. Happy life, happy wife, happy life. You heard that before. Yes. Oh, color wheel. Is in the garbage can. Color wheel is this yellow, yeah, and then blue and red. That's a primary color, right? And remember, they all excite each other, but they are not complementary direct from the opposite, right? So some of the company logo, they use some of those colors, like a Pepsi Cola use this too. You know, it's okay, but don't ever use this too. Then people are never going to buy your product. But the other one is called secondary, which is orange here, and then lilac here. That's called secondary color, and this is called color wheel. So every time when you draw, I almost can bet you never use this color. You accidentally piece a little bit yellow on your drawing. It's not enough. So you only use red. You never use orange. So every time and sometimes you look at a drawing, you do a golf course, for instance. You have a blue sky, you have a green, then you have that's it, you know. And you might have a yellow here or red. And your teacher might say, your drawing needs to a little punch. When they say punch, means opposite color. Understand? You know, red punch the green. That's why orange and blue is opposite. That's why every time you watch the TV, you see a TV anchor person announce news, always has the blue background because the skin is orange. If they have an orange background with orange face, and that channel will never be watched. So remember that, you know, that's a color wheel, and you must include all these 6 colors. Otherwise, your drawing is not quite done yet. Okay? Next. Okay, I'm very happy. I really appreciate. This is my first time done the webinar because of AIBD. You know, Steve suggested. I said, oh, I got nothing to do, so I'm busy. But I always very happy to show everybody what's possible. And my last thing I want to tell everybody is, if you don't think you can draw, I think you are wrong. You can. Just remember, you work hard, learn all the tricks, read my book. That Drawing Designing with Confidence book is a very, very good book. You know, it's this book. I don't have the jacket with me, but like people. Very quickly, I want to show you this. I got a couple of minutes. Control here. People coming in with my workshop, the first day they did this, called Pin by Numbers, no outline with black, and no white space, not enough colors, but look at this. You know, a few days later, the same lady did this one. Nice perspective, you know, eyeline, 5-foot people, zigzag, a light color, outline with black. Same thing here. You know, if you're doing this all your life, I said that's a waste of your life. You know, you should do like this. And this can be changed if somebody taught you correctly. Okay, you got to have a good detail, good design. You know, the people. A lot of time, you know, I told my students, if you don't know how to draw people, trace the people from the entourage book. don't pretend you can draw, then the people look very ugly, you know? Nobody even want to take these people to dinner, yeah. And then like this. Why this drawing looks so bad? No white space. No gradual value change, no this, no that, you know? And this is not enough colors. And this is earthy tone, much better, you know? And this is no white space. This is too spotty, see? A lot of time, you know, and this is much nicer. Anytime when there's a darker color, you got a gradual to the white, right? Like this is very bad. A lot of cow shit on the grass, you know? And that should be all eliminated, all right? And then, this is the book many of you should, and focal point. Don't draw too much, you know? Just select an area and gradually fade to the white. That's the easiest way to render. This is make a circle. If you don't have time, make a circle very tiny. Then client might say, wow, that looks kind of cute. Yeah, that would be a charge, yeah. So this is nice, you know. You don't have to render everything. Remember, you are a designer. That means you have a license to kill the paper. Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Hi, Steve. Hello. Hello, hello. Hey, Steve. Hello.